Hey guys, Theme Team here, and we're at Universal Orlando Resort to give you our best first-timer tips for people coming to the parks.
First tip's not only going to save you money, but it's going to make your trip way more convenient.
But to give you our first tip, we actually have to leave the parks. So we're going to do that.
My first tip is staying at an on-site property.
All 8 of Universal's hotels include early park admission in your stay, which means you get in an hour earlier than the regular crowd and you have a chance to hop on the 2 biggest attractions at the park. You get transportation to and from the parks. You will never have to get in your car or an Uber to drive to get water, to get food, to do any of those things. Everything you need is at your resort. On top of that, you're never more than a 20-minute bus ride or a 10-minute walk away from the park. When you're spending this much money on a vacation, you really should try to be as close as you can to the park so that you can get the most out of your time here, because let's face it, it's expensive to come here. Time is money. Time not spent in the park is time wasted.
I park whatever day we get here, and I don't get back in my own vehicle to drive anywhere until we leave.
They say once you stay on site, you'll never stay anywhere else. And that has been totally true for us. Our first trip to Universal, we stayed at a partner hotel, which was the Hampton Inn that wasn't too far. And then our next trip, we stayed on site and we have not looked back. It is a total different experience. You are immersed in the resort feel of being at Universal, which is amazing. To me, I love it. It feels like you're on vacation.
Okay. And our next tip, before you even show up to the park or your hotel, make sure you download the Universal app.
So the Universal app is the most amazing tool that you are going to have while you're in the parks. They do not have paper maps anymore. You will not know where you're going without this app. You can see ride times on this app. You can see when rides have been delayed on the app. You will also be required to mobile order food on the app in some situations at some of the restaurants. So definitely make sure you get in there, get familiar with the park map, get familiar with the app. You can also add your tickets to the app. Now, we prefer to keep our tickets on us as well, because fondling around with your phone whenever it's time to get into the park can, clog up the line, or if you have an annual pass and you're trying to scan that to get your discount, it can be kind of a headache to have to pull it up every time. And what if your phone dies? You're just kind of like out of luck. Hagrid's is the longest line you will wait in at these parks. You can set a notification on your app to notify you when the wait time gets under 100 minutes, an hour, which I wouldn't set it to an hour. It's probably not going to happen, but you can set it to that, and it will notify you whenever it gets there. We're at our on-site property. We've got our app. And now I think we're ready to head to the parks. Kind of. We can talk about some more tips over there. You ready? One of our biggest money-saving tips at Universal is going to be to take advantage of the Freestyle machine cups. Now you can buy this cup and free refills every 10 minutes for the whole day for $19. Now if you bring this cup back with you another day, you can recharge your cup for $12 a day. That's pretty good. You can get free refills all day long for $12. Get this cup. You need it. Also, you don't need a Freestyle cup to use the Freestyle machines for water. You can bring any water bottle, or if you forget your water bottle, buy one bottled water, keep the empty bottle, and refill it all day long. There's no need to buy bottled water after bottled water or drinks, so don't do that.
Okay, we're on our first fill of the day, and we're going to keep track for the rest of the day how much money we're actually saving.
Okay, so a huge tip for anyone coming to Universal Orlando is make sure you check the weather. If you're coming in February or any of the winter months, it was like 40-something degrees this morning, and now it's like heating up to close to, it's gonna get 70 really soon, but the high is 75. So what I do is I wear my jacket over like a tank top or something, and then I just take it off and tie it around my waist. Now, if you're coming in the summer, you're probably gonna wanna wear like as little clothing as possible in like the most respectful way possible. I highly recommend breathable shorts, biker shorts, and a tank top or a t-shirt, because that is going to be the best option possible. And one that is extremely important is to make sure you wear comfortable shoes, because if you come to this park with uncomfortable shoes, you are going to be miserable. Wear comfy shoes. Don't try and be cute. I mean, you can wear cute, comfy shoes, but don't wear anything uncomfortable. Just be smart. Okay, we were looking for a spot to film this next part of our video, and we came across this. And we thought it was really funny because our next tip will save you a lot of money. So when you're coming to the parks, you're obviously gonna need to bring a few things with you, but we really recommend packing a little lighter, like something like this that can convert to go around your waist, because a lot of the rides, you may not have to put your things away if you have something that will go around your waist. So that's why fanny packs are a big win here in the parks. Secondly, if you do have to put your stuff in the locker, which you will have to for Velocicoaster, for Rip Ride Rocket, for Hulk, all of those rides will require you to put everything you have in a locker. When you do that, you would use your park ticket to open your locker. It is free. Put your things in the locker, close the locker, go ride your ride, and when you come back, you scan your ticket again, and then you just open your locker and you have all your things. Now, those lockers are free, but not everything you bring is gonna fit in them. Make sure you pack lighter. If you're bringing a backpack that doesn't really fold down or compress, it probably won't fit in that locker. So make sure you bring something small and pack light. And we're back.
Hey, and you've probably noticed we've changed clothes a few times now. So another thing we suggest doing is taking like a midday break.
We prefer to take a midday break in the summer. It's gonna be so hot, you're gonna wanna just go to the hotel, cool off, maybe rinse off, change your clothes. It gets real hot. That's what we did today. Take a midday break, pace yourself, don't overdo it.
Pretty much the first year we came here, it was just a blowout every time we came. We were running everywhere.
Yes.
Not leaving the parks at all. And by the end of the night, like my feet hurt, my legs hurt. So like if we're here for 2 days, the next day I was starting the day off sore.
Yeah. We would leave the parks, like we would leave to go home, and it would feel like we don't drink while we're here at all. And we would feel so hungover, like our body was sore, our face was puffy, like we were just exhausted. And like in hindsight, now that we don't do that anymore, this is a much more enjoyable way to do the park. So we highly recommend doing that. It's a great time. Refill number 3. So our next tip is going to involve food. Now, if you are coming to Universal, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the food in the parks, you may find some good food, but good food in the park is like mid food outside of the parks. The best food at Universal is gonna be in City Walk. Now, if you're here even on a moderately busy day, you're probably gonna wanna go ahead and make a reservation for any of the restaurants that are out there. Our number 1 tip is decide where you wanna eat in the morning or by noon. Hop on Google, look up the restaurant, and reserve a table that way. Reserve a table 30 minutes to 45 minutes after the park closes, because if you go to try and just walk in and get a table at that time, you're gonna be waiting a long time. Our favorite restaurants are Antojitos and Vivo. We are gonna eat there both times this trip, and we ate Antojitos last night. Our favorite thing to get there is the birria tacos and the tableside guacamole. And then for Vivo, our favorite things to get there, it's an Italian restaurant and they make everything from scratch the day of. Our favorite things to get there is the short rib risotto and the chicken piccata. So you should try it.
All right. So once again, we just checked in for a reservation. We should be getting there pretty soon here at Vivo. I asked without a reservation what the wait would be. She said at best an hour and a half, but it's about to be reservation only. And it is a Monday night.
Yeah.
So plan accordingly.
Make your reservation, and when our table's ready, we're actually gonna get a text and it'll let us know so we can mosey about City Walk, look at the shops while we wait on our reservation, whereas you know, if we had to wait an hour and a half, what would we do? I'm hungry, I'm
I couldn't do
tired.
it. I couldn't wait an hour and a half right now.
I want some piccata, so. All right, and our final tip for you during this video is going to be take advantage of the mobile ordering on the Universal app. Whenever you're having your dinner, go ahead and mobile order your dessert from Voodoo Donuts or Cinnabon, wherever, and pick it up on your way back to the hotel so you aren't waiting in those long lines trying to get into Voodoo Donut or Cinnabon. You can just pick it up and go. All right, and that about wraps it up for the first timer tips we have to share with you today. We hope you found this helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
And we hope you use this video to your benefit and you don't have to learn all this stuff the hard way like we did. Thank you.
Bye, guys.